Hello, fellow necromancers. God, this is cringe. I can't have this as my intro. A game that looks like this, nothing against the developers here, is the reason why I went to bed many hours later than I wanted to. Yes, it's Risk of Rain 2 all over again. Just one quick run and then I go to bed. And this is where you are wrong. You may know that I enjoy playing games. Games with crafting, experimentation, and especially games that allow me to build up power over time. Terraria, Path of Exile, most Metroidvanias, even idle games sometimes like Cookie Clicker and Antimatter Dimensions all fit into that nice bucket of enjoyment. What on earth is this script? Necrosmith, that's the game. First off, the story. Well, there really isn't much. I mean, your main character and the sidekick, which is the cat, they have conversations at the beginning of the game and then also between runs. But usually you just open a game, you start a run, and 5 hours go by. Maybe not 5 hours in one run, but you know what I'm talking about. I need a joke for this segment. Otherwise the audience retention is going downhill. Quick! ChatGPT, help me!
Why did the necromancer decide to take up gardening? Because he wanted to raise some dead beets.
Jesus Christ. Alright, let's talk about the gameplay. You put body parts together. And I'm demonetized, aren't I? Anyhow, after you start a game, you see your base, a lot of fog of war, and a few body parts on the top left. Like a head, upper body, and appendages. In short, you have to put together body parts and revive the undead by using mana, which is a limited resource. After reviving them, they roam around, pick up loot, attack enemies that they come across, or attack enemy bases. You can also manually control your undead, but it gets too crazy later on to manually control up to 15 revived undead. After you smith together the dead... Oh! That's why it's called Necrosmith! Whoa! So after you revived a few skeletons, what now? More body parts. That's what. Zombies, orc skeleton. And that is where I stop myself and let you explore the rest. There are roughly 30 different creatures, but even those 30 different creatures can be put together in different ways, as you can see from the gameplay. Certain combinations are saved in a Necronomicon of some sort, I think they're also called recipes, so you can quickly put together past creations without having to remember them. Makes the game easier and a lot more streamlined. So we got the gameplay loop down. Survive longer and longer, create stronger, faster and crazier creations to explore more of the map that is randomly generated but isn't infinite. But what is the goal of the game? Destroy all the enemy bases that spawn enemies? No, I think it isn't. As of writing this, I haven't finished the game yet. Future Daniel here, who actually has finished the game, you can destroy all the bases, but it also kind of doesn't matter, because there is a final showdown of some sort, but I won't include this in this recording to, not spoil too much. After each run, which may take 5 minutes, an hour or more, depending on how good you are and how well you manage your undead, you gather gold coins. With this currency, you can buy and upgrade a variety of things in your base. Get spells, get better body parts when the time changes, from day to night cycle and things, or upgrade blueprints, which you can imagine like passives that you require by destroying enemy bases. So +1 speed may become a +5 speed later on, giving you that sweet dopamine rush to keep you playing. I personally hate dopamine rushes like this, like consuming something and feeling a rush of energy, just sounds disgusting. To keep this short, do I recommend this game? Yes, I bought it for €2, which felt like stealing after playing it for so long. It isn't perfect though, and has some issues that I want to address because the developer might watch this. First of all, burning a bunch of body parts is time consuming and tedious. You can right click to burn a body part and get mana. This is a good addition to the game, until you realize you have dozens of body parts and you have to click all of them over and over, and it gets worse as time goes on. You can hold shift and right click to sell 10 body parts of the type you click on, but even that is tedious. While playing this game, it actually started to hurt my right hand after some time. Is it smart playing a game for 5 hours without a break? No? Good point. Still, I think there has to be a better system. For example, automatically sell stuff depending on a filter that I can set up, or add buttons at the top of the different creatures so I can sell all skeleton related stuff with one button. Second point I wanted to mention is the graphics. Vampire Survivors can get away with static backgrounds because the foreground is insanity. Not in this game though, because there are sometimes 30 seconds up to minutes where I see no enemies on screen because I made the perfect combination of undead and they kill everything faster than they can get to my base. Any suggestion I give now probably comes with a bunch of problems. Mostly performance is my guess. 1. Change the visual style to 3D-ish. Give everything a paper cutout-like style, giving them a bit more of a 3D feeling. 2. Animate everything. Stick to 2D, but animate a couple frames of a bush moving from left to right. Randomize it, done. Same with enemy bases. Maybe you can see tiny little pixels moving around in there, so it kind of makes it feel like there are enemies in that base. Technically, you could also animate every single body part when you hover over it, but that seems a bit much, especially for a game that costs less than a pack of gum. 3. Weather effects on screen or on the outer edge depending on the biome you're looking at. 4. The Necromancer, the main character, says a few lines reacting to the gameplay. Maybe a speech bubble pops up, either above the base or in the corner of the screen when you defeat a base or when you get a certain blueprint. These are just a few things I thought of while I was staring at the screen at 3 AM, seeing my army of undead destroy everything, slowly taking over the entire map. Well, they aren't undead anymore this long into a run. Oops, spoilers. To be honest here, I played 2 AAA games before Necrosmith, and they bored me to death. So I was very happy having played this game afterwards, because I just really enjoyed myself. I wish the developers good luck in their future endeavors, and I wish you a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.